Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have our fifth match against JoeyFontaine from battles 4, 11, 20, and 27. He also appeared in multi-battle 31, as well as making numerous appearances back on Sun and Moon. He is a fellow PokeTuber, so I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the video description as per the usual. We always have highly competitive matches, and this one will be no exception. As you can see, he is using a very strong and well-balanced team as per the usual. So it is definitely going to be another good one, and we're going to get into it. So looking at his team, I was thinking he was going to want to lead with the Aggron to go ahead and get the Stealth Rock set up turn 1, so I decided to lead with my Lantern, as he actually does end up leading with the Aggron. So, of course, he is going to go straight for the Mega Evolution into Mega Aggron. And I actually outspeed this thing, so I'm just going to go straight for a Volt Switch here to get some chip damage. That takes him down by about a quarter, which was not too bad. And of course I do get the mandatory switch, so I'm going to come in with my Machamp as he just goes straight for the Stealth Rock to get the entry hazard set up early on me. So this turn he is going to go for the switch, doesn't want to get taken out with a fighting attack, so he's going to come in with the Amoonguss, predicting that. As I did just go straight for a dynamic punch, trying to get damage on whatever he left in. It is going to take this thing down by about a third, which was not too bad, and I do get the confusion, of course. And I'm going to take some damage from the Life Orb, and he is going to regain some health from the Black Sludge. So this turn I am going to stay in. I actually do outspeed this thing. I'm going to go straight for a knockoff. That is going to take him into the red, but he does survive. It is going to get rid of the Black Sludge, and he actually hits himself in his confusion here, which was pretty fortunate for me. So this turn he is going to go for the switch, though. Doesn't want to get taken out by another attack, so he's going to come back in with the Aggron, probably predicting another knockoff. But I just decided to go for the dynamic punch in case he decided to switch, so that ends up working out very well, taking him down into the red and of course getting the mandatory confusion. So this turn I am going to outspeed this thing, and I'm just going to go for a knockoff in case he decided to switch, thinking it would take this thing out. He actually does survive that on like 1 HP, but then he actually does hit himself in his confusion yet again, which is going to finish off the Aggron, dropping him down to 5 Pokemon. So then he's going to come in with Primarina, and that is going to force me to switch. I don't want to get taken out with a fairy attack. So I am going to come in with my Lantern once again and take some damage from the rocks. And he is just going to go straight for a Moonblast here, which is actually going to knock me all the way down into the red with 25 health. I'm guessing he's probably Choice Specs based on how much damage that did. I am going to regain some health with the leftovers, but it is definitely not going to be enough to survive another Moonblast. So he does outspeed me, go for it again, and that is going to be more than enough to finish me off and drop me down to 5 Pokemon. So then I'm going to come in with my own Aggron and take some damage from the rocks. And that is going to force him to switch, which is additional confirmation he's probably Choice Specs. So he's going to come in with the Amoonguss once again, as I am going to go for the Mega Evolution of my own into Mega Aggron. And I just decided to take this opportunity to go for the Stealth Rock to get that entry hazard set up on his side of the field. So this turn I'm actually going to go for the switch here. I'm not sure who's going to outspeed who here, and I don't want to get spored, so I'm going to come in with my Goodra, predicting that, take some damage from the rocks, and he does go for the Spore, so that is not going to do anything to me because of my Sap Sipper ability. So he is going to go for the switch this turn, doesn't want to take an attack from me, and probably can't do much to me anyway, so he is going to come in with the Primarina and take some damage from the rocks, but I actually anticipated a switch there and went for the Sludge Bomb, which is going to knock him all the way down to about a quarter health, which was pretty nice. So this turn he's actually going to double switch me. Not exactly sure why, but he's going to switch in with the Latias. Maybe didn't want to risk if I was going to outspeed him there or not. He takes some damage from the rocks, but I actually switch out as well, not wanting to risk whether or not he was going to outspeed me there. So I'm going to come in with my Talonflame and take about half my health from the rocks. So this turn he is going to switch out yet again. Doesn't like this matchup, I guess. So he's going to come in with the Crocodile, take some damage from the rocks, and get the Intimidate to lower my attack. But I just decided to go for a U-turn here. So that is going to take him down a little below half. I am choice banded. And then, of course, I'm going to get the mandatory switch directly into my Aggron once again. And I'm going to take some damage from the rocks. So he is going to outspeed me here and go for the Earthquake straight away, but I'm not really worried about it since I am max physical defense and I have the filter ability now, which does reduce the damage from super effective attacks. So I take that pretty well, surviving that with about half of my health, fire off an Ice Punch in return, which is going to take out the Crocodile, dropping him down to 4 Pokemon. So then he is going to come in with Infernape and take some damage from the rocks, and he does outspeed me here, and he actually catches me off guard here by going for a Focus Blast. You really don't see that very often, so that is going to be more than enough to finish off my Aggron, dropping me down to 4 Pokemon, and he is going to take some damage from the Life Orb. So then I'm going to come in with my Alakazam. I'm not going to take any damage from the rocks due to my Magic Guard ability, and he is actually just going to go for a Vacuum Wave here to try and get some chip damage on me, kind of revealing he has a fully special set. Not going to matter though, since I am just going to go for a Psychic straight away, which is going to take out the Infernape, dropping him down to 3 Pokemon. So then he is going to come in with Latias and take some damage from the rocks. And I'm going to go for the switch here. I know I probably can't take this thing out in one shot, and I want to save my Alakazam, so I'm going to switch in with my Machamp basically as fodder, which is actually good news for me because he decides to go ahead and bust out the Z move this turn, which is going to be the Dragon Z move, the Devastating Drake. So this is more than likely coming off of Draco Meteor, so it would do massive damage to anything that I left in, and that is definitely going to be enough to finish off my Machamp, dropping me down to 3 Pokemon. So then I'm going to come in with my Goodra yet again and take some more damage from the rocks. And he is going to go for the switch here, doesn't want to get taken out by a dragon attack, so he's going to come back in with his Amoonguss, which is now almost back up to full health thanks to the regenerator. He is going to take damage from the rocks, and I am going to go straight away for the Draco Meteor, trying to take him out. And unfortunately, he does survive that in the red, and that is going to harshly lower my special attack. But this turn, I am just going to stay in and go for the Flamethrower, thinking even with the special attack drop, it should be enough to finish this thing off, and it is enough to finish off the Amoonguss, dropping him down to 2 Pokemon. So then he is going to come back in with Primarina and take some more damage from the rocks. And I am going to have to switch out here with my special attack harshly lowered. There's not much I can do to this thing. So I am going to come back in with my Alakazam basically as fodder, as he does go for the Moonblast, which is going to be enough to take my Alakazam out and drop me down to 2 Pokemon. So then I am going to come back in with my Talonflame, and I'm just barely going to survive the Stealth Rock damage off the switch in with 1 HP. So I'm just going to go for a quick attack here. Again, I am choice banded, which is going to be enough to finish off the Primarina, dropping him down to just 1 Pokemon. So finally, he is going to come back in with Latias and take more damage from the rocks. And I am choice banded stuck into the quick attack, so I'm just going to go for that again. That is going to knock him down a little below half, but he does go for the recover, which is going to put him back up to almost full health there. So again, I'm just going to go for the quick attack because I have no choice, trying to just get more chip damage on this thing, taking him down to about 3/4 health. He is just going to fire off a Thunderbolt in return, which is more than enough to finish my Talonflame off, dropping me down to just 1 Pokemon. So finally, I am going to come back in with my Goodra and take more damage from the rocks, and it is basically all down to whether I can survive a Draco Meteor from this thing. So he is definitely going to outspeed me, goes for the Draco Meteor. I am max special defense with an Assault Vest, so I am going to be able to live that in the red with 16 health, which is amazing, and I am going to fire off a Draco Meteor of my own in return. And that is going to be enough to take out the Latias. And that is game. So I won that one 1-0 against JoeyFontaine, but that was a great match, very close, very competitive. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.